Welcome to Whispering Pines Shetland Sheep Farm. Our flock is known for their soft, crimpy, fine wool, produced solely for hand spinners to enjoy. Today we're at the skirting table, preparing another fleece for our annual fleece auction. This video will give you a hands-on look at every possible aspect of the fleeces I am offering in this year's auction. I'll be talking about the quality of the fleece, my recommendations for processing the wool, and I'll share some information about the ewe that donated this lovely fleece. I hope you enjoy today's skirting video.
Hi, welcome to the farm. I'm Jennifer Johnson. In this video, I'm going to be presenting a rooed fleece from our ewe, Robin. Robin is a 2-year-old ewe. She is a gray catmugget. So catmugget is a pattern that is expressed by having dark wool around the bottom and up the neck and stuff, and her legs are going to be darker, and then lighter as you go up to the back. And there's also a facial marking that goes with catmugget, which has got some very dark black eyebrows in the case of a gray catmugget. And I'm looking at her fleece. I just laid it out and I like it. It's a little bit open. It's kind of right on the bubble in terms of being open or being like nice and dense. So I think you could, flick this or comb it. The locks are pretty well defined. But what I really love about Robin's fleece as I'm looking at it is she has the whole spectrum. She's got really light gray wool here, and then on her fleece, the stuff that was under the coat, so after skirting, you're still getting some of the darker gray around the edges, which is really cool. Especially if you want to do like a gradient yarn or some sort of a nice heather, or if you like the barber pole, you could segregate out lighter versus darker and do that. So there's a lot of really fun options if you want to make a yarn that's special from a specific ewe, which that's always how I look at it. It's not that I'm trying to make a pretty skein. I'm trying to make a skein from a ewe that captures her essence, and that sounds really corny, but it's really important to me when I finish spinning a fleece to see those skeins, and I can see her in them. Anyway, enough about that. It's a rooed fleece, and rooed means I pulled the wool from her. I didn't use clippers on her. And when I rue 1/2 first. I just rue the piece that's under the coat, and then I make notes, and then I come back around after I go through the whole group of ewes that I'm going to be ruing, and I complete them. Then I do the piece under the coat as well as all the neck wool, breech wool, and everything else. That's the second round. The note I have on here for Robin, because I was making notes about how they rooed and what they were like in the stand, I just have in capital letters BAD, bad. And I know that I wrote that after I was done with her the first time because she's super friendly, but she's very high energy. And I vaguely remember her just being a pill in the stand. She did not like it, didn't like being restrained, wasn't in any pain or discomfort, but just was very unhappy with the whole situation. So, which is very much in character with Robin. I made a video of Robin where she had gotten a big rip in her coat this spring when they were still in the coats, so before shearing. And so the video is just about me changing out the coat and that whole process. But she's just got a lot of personality, real high energy. She just cracks me up. She's spotted, so that's probably why we've got this beautiful color variation. She was a single out of a gray catmugget ewe, Brunhilde, and a white ram. So, but she's definitely, when people come out to the farm, she's definitely one of the first ones that comes up to say hello and check everything out. So see if there's anything else I want to tell you about Robin. This is a pretty big fleece. She's 2 years old. Oh, let me get my notes. So not fully grown yet. She's, you know, technically coming, she was a yearling when we pulled this fleece off her. So she's still on the small side. She won't be full size until she's 3. But anyway, so my Robin, she's gonna need a lot. She's a lot. I'll just leave it at that. All right, so let's take some photographs of this beautiful fleece. It's really pretty. I just, you know, the thing about Robin is her personality is so enormous that as I'm thinking of her, it totally overwhelms the fact that she's produced wool for me, because she makes me smile. So here is the tips. This is the side that faces the exterior. I do have some slightly soiled parts probably here around the britch, but I kept it with the fleece because I liked it. And then I'm going to take a photograph of the skin side. This is where you can really see the color variation, because there's some bleach tips that sort of obscure the color underneath. And we're going to go close up and kind of get a look at the structure of the locks. Let's see where I can put this. And also get a really nice look at the crimp. And I'll do it so that I get her name in there so I know who it is, but then also quite a good amount of wool we want. Now I'm going to take my lock sample. Just take one tiny lock here. I don't need a ton for what I want to do. Yeah, I suspected it was going to be a nice staple length. It's tippy. I can't remember if I sheared or root her. I thought I root her last year. I did root her because I always root lambs whenever possible. So she was rooed last year, but still she's got a little bit of tip here, and you'll see what I mean. Three-inch staple. Staple this to the card, and then the card will be is being used. Connie came out last week to help me. Being used for putting the data into the website listing for the fleece, which those will start to appear. I've got, I think it's 18 more fleeces to go to, you know, look at, photograph, make videos and stuff. So we're getting really close to starting the auction. This is pretty nice, Robin, my girl. She came through for me. Very fine, very elastic, that's pretty typical for what we produce here. It's a nice breezy day and I got the window open, so things are moving around. All right, let's roll this up and let's get a weight. Robin's mother, Brunhild, she was such a sweet, gray ewe. One day in the summer, she just came in the barn and it was as if she had decided she wanted to be dead. Like she just went down really fast. We had the vet out, we took blood tests, samples, everything, couldn't find a single thing was wrong with her. Gave her all the standard, you know, emergency treatment meds and stuff. Nothing. We don't know. And we didn't get an autopsy because we've done that a lot of times. It just doesn't really, it's not worth it, I guess. And the only thing we could think of was when we went out and inspected the pasture they had been on, that there was a pan of water, a grain pan that got left in the pasture. It got wet water in it and probably sat there for a while. So when they went out on there, she may have drank that water and got really ill and died from that. So that's why we really try to avoid, wherever possible, standing water. And if there's standing water in a pasture on our farm, we won't put them out on it. We keep them in until it dries up a little bit and then just give them hay. It doesn't happen that often in the summer. In the spring is really when we see it. All right, let's get this weight on Robin's fleece. I'm gonna guess 21 ounces. 21.73. I think that's the first time I was correct, even though technically it's 22, but 21.73, that's the weight on that one. Well, that's a lovely fleece. I would put my stamp on that any day. I think that's really nice. So thank you so much for stopping by to watch the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can come back soon.
Thank you for spending some time with me at the skirting table. If this fleece spoke to you, and if you want to be notified when the fleeces are available for viewing on the website, scan this QR code to be taken to my mailing list sign-up form on the website. Or scroll down to the description of this video for a link to the sign-up form on my website. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you can come back soon.